Hi, my name is Sylvie. I am a certified health coach and fitness trainer. In today's video, I am going to talk about my top 3 tips to try when OMAD isn't working. What gave me the idea to create this video is that I have another video called Top 7 Reasons Why You Are Not Losing Weight on OMAD. It's one of my most popular videos, and recently someone commented that it was kind of difficult to figure out what to do next because these 7 reasons cover so many things. So you're not losing weight because you're eating too much, you're not eating enough, you're eating the wrong foods. So she felt unsure of what the next step should be, and I can totally understand that. And that's why in today's video, I'm gonna solve that issue for you. But before we dive into the top 3 tips that you can try if OMAD isn't working, I just want to quickly go over what does it mean that it's not working. Because I find that so many women have unrealistic expectations when it comes to weight loss, and they lose 5 pounds 1 month and they're thinking it's not working. 5 pounds is amazing. Just to set the record straight, if you're losing 5 pounds 1 month, you're doing great. And also, if you're not losing any weight 1 month, that's also normal. There might not be anything that you need to fix. It's normal to have periods of time during your weight loss journey where weight loss slows down. And so, if you are feeling good on OMAD, you are enjoying it, you're sleeping well, and everything else is amazing, just keep it up. Be patient. Trust the process. That's my best advice. And again, I want to remind you that my own weight loss journey, I lost over 20 pounds and it took probably about a year. So that means that during that year period, there was quite a few months that I didn't lose any weight. And then 1 month I would lose 4 pounds. So the average was probably 2 pounds a month. And I want you to go into this with the mindset that if you maintain a slower weight loss, your chance of keeping it off is greater, because it means it's not something drastic that you did and your body just gradually released the weight as you were changing your lifestyle, improving your habits. Okay, so now that we're done setting your expectations straight, now let's go back to my top 3 tips that you can try if OMAD isn't working. The number 1 thing I would suggest is that you start with a modified fast. I talk about modified fasting a lot, and it's because it has amazing healing powers. And sometimes if you are not releasing the weight that you want to lose, it may be due to some hormonal imbalances, some things going on in your body that needs to be fixed. And a modified fast is a tremendous tool to help reset your hormones, help you feel amazing, and help you kickstart that weight loss. The way a modified fast works is that it restricts your calorie intake to about 40% your regular caloric intake for 5 days. And it also follows a specific macronutrient ratio to help induce autophagy. And autophagy is how your body will be repairing itself during that 5-day fast. It will be a deep healing. It's a deeper autophagy because it's a longer fast. I do have a lot of meal plans if you want to do your own modified fast. There is also a kit that is called the Prolong kit that you can purchase. It's pretty pricey. That's why a lot of people prefer doing their DIY version. But I'll leave a link in the description to that if you want to look it up. If you want to use one of my meal plans, I'll also leave a link in the description that you can check out. And another thing is I have created an intermittent fasting transformation program, and the program starts with a modified fast, and it comes with a recipe book, a meal plan, and a spreadsheet to help you come up with your own meal plan if that's what you desire. So that's something else you may want to look into. I do suggest if you're struggling to lose weight, you've been on OMAD, but it hasn't been giving you the results that you were hoping for, I would suggest that you do more than one modified fast. So what I would do is you go on a 5-day modified fast, and a month later, you do another one. You could do that twice or 3 times, depending on how you feel. So maybe if you are in the process, if you are still in that 2-month period where you have the 5-day modified fast, throughout the month, I would try gentler form of intermittent fasting, like maybe the Eat Stop Eat method, which allows you to eat pretty much normally for 5 days a week, and then you fast completely for 2 24-hour periods. Or another great one at that point would be the 5-2 method. And what the 5-2 method entails is that you are only consuming 500 calories 2 days a week. So that's also another great method to start experimenting again with your intermittent fasting. And that brings us to tip number 2. So tip number 2 is to pick a different intermittent fasting method. OMAD isn't necessarily the best method for everyone, right? And it's actually a pretty strict method. It may be hard to sustain long term for most women. It's certainly not the first method I would suggest myself. Of course, as I mentioned already, if you're feeling great and you're loving it, fine, like go ahead and do that. But I feel that most women who would end up watching a video because OMAD isn't working for them, well, maybe they're not so satisfied with how they're feeling and how it's going for them. And in that case, that's the best tip I can give you. Just try another intermittent fasting method. That's the great thing with intermittent fasting. There are so many ways to practice it. You can surely find a method that works well for you and that makes you feel amazing and gives you the results that you want to get. My personal favorite method for intermittent fasting is the Warrior Diet. The Warrior Diet gives you a 4-hour eating window. So it's better than a 1-hour eating window that you get on OMAD. It gives you more time to make sure you get all the nutrition that you need and sustain your body and not feel too deprived. It's something most women find themselves very happy doing and can sustain long term. And moreover, I don't necessarily think that you need to do it every single day. During my own weight loss journey, I would do it maybe 5 days a week. And it's good to change things up a little bit throughout your fasting journey and listen to your body. Try to pay attention to your hunger cues, your energy level, and these sort of things to have an idea of what you should be doing on a specific day. Another thing that I want to suggest when it comes to picking a different intermittent fasting method is alternate day fasting. I have spoken to many women who were no longer losing weight on OMAD, and most of them found that they were able to break out of that plateau once they implemented alternate day fasting. So that would be something that you may want to consider. Alternate day fasting is also great because it's not every single day, and the longer fast gives you more healing benefits, so that may be a great option. Alternate day fasting is actually quite similar to the 5-2 method that I mentioned already, except that you are not getting that 500 calories during the 12-hour period. That's in your fasting days. So basically you'll be fasting one night 12 hours, the next day that's another 12 hours, and then the next night that's another 12 hours. That's your 36 hours, and you would be doing that twice a week. And my last and third tip, if OMAD isn't working, would be to introduce some keto cycle to your intermittent fasting regimen. And I typically don't recommend that women stay on the keto diet long term, but some keto cycles may help you achieve a deeper ketosis and speed up that weight loss and help make you more metabolically flexible quicker. So you could try that, and you could try a 7 or 14-day keto cycle. And I would suggest that you do this cycle during the first 2 weeks of your menstrual cycles. Same thing with your modified fast, by the way. The keto diet works better if you do it during the first 2 weeks of your cycle. You probably have noticed that during the second 2 weeks of your cycle, particularly that 1 week leading up to your period, you struggle with more food cravings, you need more carbs. So again, it's about listening to your body and giving it what it needs. So I hope that helps clarify some of the confusion surrounding what to do if OMAD isn't working. And if you have any more questions, comment below as usual. But I think you have some good, useful things to experiment with now and find how you can finally achieve the weight loss goal that you've been wanting to achieve. So thank you for watching, and see you next week.